Good afternoon and Happy New Year. Calendar-wise, we will fall fully into the spirit of New Year at the Lunar New Year, so expect me back to be talking about that February 17th. Until then, Happy New Year, calendar, New Year. How are you? I hope that you're okay. I usually say to you that the universe is benevolent, and I'm saying that to you again today because we begin this new year with the most beautiful, nurturing full moon. Happy Cancer full moon. I know a lot about that energy. So, Cancer full moons, this message is to all my moon children everywhere. And even if you are not born under the sign of the moon, please realize that she is our grandmother. So this message is from your grandmother and all the mothers that have existed and all the mothers that are in spirit. This message is to you. So, we realize that we are still under the energy of the year of the snake. So don't expect that this year will begin with its fire horse energy right away. You are still shedding. You are still releasing. This is the opportunity to lean in on the energy of the mothers during this full moon to be able to nurture and nourish yourself into the space that you'll need to be in 2026 when we lean into the heart and the heart's energy. So, with the shed that we've received from releasing all of our skins, this is the opportunity to be most creative with the remaining skin that you've released. So in the release process, there were some pearls of wisdom that you've gained. And this is the opportunity to create with those pearls of wisdom. And it's not a creative process that is fire-like. This is a watery, womb-like, birth-like creative process. So this is the most creative moon, the Cancer moon. And so what will come to us through our dreams and through our intuition is ways in which we can use the remnants of that creative process to create your masterpiece of your life. So while you may be Cancer, the beauty about a Cancer moon, it talks a lot about rest and really going internal. So this is not a very external full moon. This is a moon that you are going internal and that you are connecting to the mother and you are resting, and that creative process is beginning in the dark. That creative process is beginning under the light of the silver blue light of this super full moon in Cancer. So you may be planning, this is a great energy for planning, but not planning with the mind and the senses. Rather, this is about planning with your feelings and your instinct. What feels good? What do you intuitively know that is yours? What are you intuitively still releasing because it is a full moon? So you are still releasing. So what intuitively you are still releasing before you can step into this cycle of renewal, growth, and fast moving. But for now, I encourage you to rest. Rest in this energy that is so beautiful. This is an energy to bathe yourself under the light of the moon and realize that you are her child. Realize, dear moon child, that this is the time to connect to water. This is the time to call in the memories from your lineage of women. You are a descendant of these mothers You're a descendant of the moon. You are a descendant of the ocean. You are a descendant of the memories of these mothers. So this is a beautiful time to work with the lineage of women that have come before you, really call forward their memories and think about how you can uphold their rich legacy in our life today. So this is about going to the water. This is about having conversations at the altar with the women in your legacy. This is about leaning into how you birth. How do you birth yourself? How were you born? What is your birth story? What do you know about your birth that will inform you about the birth that you're about to begin and the birth that's about to take place for 2026? What do you know about how your ancestors gave birth? What do you know about the lineage of women and how they birth? This is that energy. Cancer is the energy of birth. The full moon is the time of birth. A full moon in Cancer teaches us about birth and how many times we've rebirthed ourselves in order to be here right now in this lifetime. It teaches us about the process of reincarnation. How many times have we walked this path? What is so unique about our birth story? I know about my birth story because I've asked my mom. And one thing I know about my birth story, it is slow, it is steady, and then it comes to fruition. So I don't rush things that I'm birthing because I understand the process with which I birth. You may have had a much more fiery birth. So it's about understanding the pace of your birth and what is so beautiful about the way that the women before you gave birth. This is when I ask you to ask that life story. The new year is a year that's a 10-1. 2026 is a 10-1, and it speaks of birth. The number 10 is about success, it is about luck, and it's about material rewards. Rewards from what? Rewards from the last cycle that you've completed. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is the perfection of a circle. The perfection of a circle is the year that we're living in. What's so unique about this perfection, it is a perfection of the feminine. It's a perfection of the mothers that have gone before. You are a part of that circle. So this is a great time for us to offer offerings to our mother, the ocean, so that we also can be called into that circle and rewarded richly. The Wheel of Fortune is now turned in your favor. This is a cycle of favor. Yes, this is a cycle of favor. This is a cycle of reward. You are reaping the rewards of your life and your cycles, but can you see that you're also reaping the rewards of your ancestors? Can you see that you're also reaping the rewards of the mothers that have came before you, who may not have been able to complete the cycle, but now that is the energy that is showing up for you in your life at this time, and you may be able to complete that karmic cycle that they were not able to. And not only are you able to complete that the karmic cycle of your past lives, but theirs too. And that's what the number 10 stands for. It stands for fulfillment. It stands for rich fulfillment of reaping the rewards. So when you're here and you begin to reap the rewards, I don't want you to take this lightly. I don't want you to believe that this is just the rewards for you. I want you to notice that you're also reaping the rewards of your ancestors. Their experience that they have gained over multiple lifetimes is incredibly valuable. And that will come through for you at this time, because it is that experience that alchemizes into wisdom. So you will have the wisdom of the women and the lineages that's walked before you. Your intuition is their intuition. It is not just yours. Their wisdom is your wisdom. So, with this intuition, realize that's the gold at the bottom of the rainbow. At the end of the rainbow, that is the gift. That is the pot of gold that you see in the Ten of Cups card. That is the pot of gold that you have gotten from your ancestors, is their deep wisdom and their deep intuition. And now you will know what to do. You will not have to lean in to your thinking or your head to know what to do. You will feel the synchronicity. You will hear them at your back. When you're in the water, you will feel them and you will connect with them, and you will have their wisdom and their intuition to guide you throughout the year. And this feels so good to begin this season. This will turn you into, this is what it will be that will begin the start of something new and something better for you. The efforts that you've made in the last cycle, you have graduated, and you will be significantly rewarded in this one. The Wheel of Fortune says there is a time for everything, and there's a time for every opportunity. And trust me, this is the time to seize the opportunities of the last cycle. And a big way to seize that opportunity is to rest, nourish yourself, care for yourself, mother yourself, connect to the mothers, connect to the water, and really prepare yourself for a season of reaping. Thank you so much. In this season, before we begin the process of reaping, I'm going to recommend to you a bath that I want you to take. So the bath can be taken with several of these herbs, or it can be taken with just one of these herbs. It depends on what you have. Now, these are all herbs that are ruled by the moon, but I want it to be also that you're not going to have to look for, all kinds of crazy herbs. So I try to use herbs that are easily accessible, even though some on here may not be quite as easily accessible, but we may want to work a little harder to get them, because these herbs are not just about herbs that are ruled by the moon, but these are also herbs of abundance. And for that energy of Wheel of Fortune to begin, I want you first to look at herbs that can help you to release, right? So first, I'm going to talk about the seaweeds. I love seaweed for detoxing, and I love seaweed for letting go. So if you've done a lot of shedding and you're moving through what it means to have a renewed skin, what it means to soothe yourself after that shedding, seaweeds are really beautiful here. One of the first ones I can think of is kelp. So you may want to find some kelp and take a bath. But I also love the combination with dulse, and I also love the combination with bladderwhack. Whatever seaweed you can get your hands on, speaks great about cleansing, connecting to the energy of the mothers, but it also speaks to the abundance of the ocean. So this is a beautiful time to either go to the ocean and do a beautiful salt bath, or create that salt bath in your bathtub by using some of these seaweeds, right? Other beautiful herbal medicines that are related to the moon that are not seaweeds are calamus, orris root, calamus root and orris root, and mugwort, chickweed, and violet are all beautiful herbs that carry the energy of a Cancer full moon. So these herbs are beautiful for rebirthing yourself. This is the opportunity to rebirth yourself by connecting through to that cosmic birth canal and really, this time birth yourself with all the abundant energy that you may not have had in your birth story, or our ancestors may not have been privy to in their birth stories. But this is an opportunity for you to rebirth yourself with all that abundance, all that wisdom, all that intuition, because you're not birthing just you, but you're birthing their legacy. You're birthing their memories into you. So happy Cancer full moon. Welcome 2026. This is a beautiful time for nourishment. Take very good care of yourself, and I will be back several times during this month to talk to you about all different things. Take care until we talk again. Bye-bye.